Y'all, look how many potatoes I have left. This is a lot. Hey friends, welcome to Flourish with Kendra. I'm Kendra. I'm a gardener in Virginia Zone 8A, and today I'm going to be planting out these potatoes and harvesting some chives and also some calendula. Walking through the garden this morning, I see some other things that I need to harvest as well, so I will be doing that too. I want to show you guys this green stalk and how well it is filling out. So let's get started with these potatoes and then on to the other things. I forgot to tell you guys that I'm going to be giving you an update of the seedlings and how well they are doing. I'm going to sit you guys right here while I open this greenhouse, and then we'll get started with planting the potatoes. I want to show you guys how I like for my soil to look. In order for me to want to plant my potatoes in there, I heard that potatoes like a looser type of soil, so it gives them the flexibility to be able to branch out and grow potatoes. So it's like really loose and pretty light too when you hold it in your hands. So that is how I like for mine to look. Here are my potatoes that I'm going to be planting today. I have quite a bit of these potatoes to plant versus how many grow bags I have to plant into. I think I have 2, 3, 4. So I have 6 available grow bags that I'm going to try to plant a good majority of these inside of. I have already allowed them to scab over, and the varieties of potatoes are the Pontiac red potatoes, the russet Burbank potatoes, and more of the Adirondack blue. I purchased these potatoes from a seller on Etsy, so this is where I got them, but I'm going to try to plant as many of these as I can. They have decent eyes on them. So this one has 2 eyes. I didn't feel like cutting them into the smallest possible pieces because some of them were small, so I just wanted to leave them how they were. So this bag and this bag are 20-gallon grow bags, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe these ones are 15-gallon grow bags, and this one as well. This one doesn't have any soil in it, but after this video, I'm going to go and get some more soil to fill this. Well, some more amendments for the soil that I already have, and I'll mix it up and put it in this. And if I have some soil left after I fill in these bags, I'll probably fill in some more grow bags. So I have more grow bags. They're just kind of small to me for potatoes. So I might just put 1 seed potato in there. But if I do, I'll show you guys in the next video. Before I plant my potatoes out, or plant anything out for that matter, I like to use something that I call a productivity boost. I mix up perlite, bone meal, worm castings, some other fertilizers as well, and eventually I'll do a video on me making it. I do have a short that is already up with all the ingredients and things that I use in this. These bags have all been amended with Black Cow maybe over a month ago, so I'm going to go ahead and still put my productivity boost fertilizer in there and then plant my potatoes. Since I have 3 different varieties of potatoes and I have 6 bags, this row will be for one type, this row will be for one type, and then that row will be for one type. I already have my labels made, so I'm going to go ahead and put them inside of the bags. These are my 2 biggest bags, and I have the most of the Pontiac red potatoes, so I'm going to use the big bags for those. For my productivity boost, I just add like a handful of it to each bag and mix it up. I think I'm going to do 2 handfuls for the big bags, and then for the smaller ones, I'll just do 1 handful of it. I don't measure this. I measure the ingredients to put in this productivity boost, but I don't measure when I'm fertilizing the bags. Now I've been making this for like the last 2 years, and it seems to work for me. I really do like it. Because when you plant things out anyway, you're going to be mixing fertilizers. We always do. We do the bone meal, we do blood meal, we buy the already made fertilizers. So I just like to make my own and then fertilize my plants. And I've always had pretty successful years of gardening. I'm hoping that this year isn't any different. So for my potatoes, I read that you need to cover the seed potatoes with at least 2 inches of soil. I'll make sure that I am making at least a 2-inch holes to put my seed potatoes in. And in these 20-gallon grow bags, I'm going to do 5 seed potatoes per bag. I have quite a bit of potatoes, and I'm sure I'm going to have some left. And I don't want to waste them. So we'll be eating potatoes like they're going out of style this year. I will heal them once I start to see them sprout up. I'll heal them until they get all the way to the top, until the soil gets to the top of the bag. But I'm just making little holes with my hands. And then I'll do one in the middle. So, like that. Okay, so we're doing red Norland first. And you want to put your eyes up. And this one has quite a bit of eyes on it, but I'm just going to plant it anyway. I guess it matters to some people, but not to me. I'm just going to plant them. Do what works in your garden. So I'm going to do 5 seeded potatoes. And this bag is pretty tall as well. So I think it'll be fine for me to put multiples in there. So because the eyes are pointing up on this one, I'm going to just sit it up like that. And let's on another one. Okay, we'll put this one. And I'm going to show you. Okay, and this is what they look like inside of their holes. And I'm just going to cover them up. Like that. And then when I make the soil later, I may put another light layer of soil on top and then just leave it. So these are the potatoes that I chose to plant in this grow bag. And if you can see, the eyes look pretty good. These are all covered and in. I'm going to go ahead and plant the rest of these off camera because I don't think you want to see me plant any more potatoes. And after that, I'll show you guys the green stalks that I was referring to that are doing really well. And then I'll show you the seedlings. And then I need to put my shade cloth on because it is supposed to get to around 83 here today in Virginia. And normally when they say 83, it feels like it's like 88 out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that stuff done, and then we can harvest some things. So I'll see you when I come back. Y'all, look how many potatoes I have left. This is a lot. And these have good eyes on them, so I don't want them to go to waste. So now I need to go find some more. I don't really want these blue ones though, but the russet ones and the red Norland, I really want those. So I'm gonna find some more grow bags to put them in. Now we're done with the potatoes. I just need to water them in before I go in the house. But y'all, look at this green stalk. The lilac ones are really showing out. Look at this. Look at the calendula. Look how pretty that is. Look at these collard greens. The cabbages are doing really well now. Other than something eating on them, they are doing really well. Look at this leaf. Huge. Calendula is so pretty. This is probably my favorite green stalk. It looks so good, filling out so well. My onions are doing really good too. And then the nasturtiums are doing really well. Everything just in this green stalk looks so good. The Swiss chard looks good too. Dino kale. The cabbages look good. I really hope that they can survive because it's supposed to be 80 something, in the low 80s, I believe. They look so good. I'm going to harvest some today. I don't care if it's only enough to make me a bowl. I'm going to harvest these things and eat them. That's good for me. I'm the only one that eats them here anyway. My daughter likes them too, but you know, she's only 3, so she don't need that much. So pretty. Now I really want to make a salve or infuse it in oil and use it on my skin, because I already make like skincare stuff and things for my hair. So I want to see how these do in there. Like I looked up the benefits and they have great benefits. I'll put them on the screen if I remember to. But these look so good. I did read to harvest your calendula in the first or second day that they bloom, because that is when they're most potent. So that is when you should get them. But yeah, this green stalk is doing amazing. So pretty. We're gonna go over here to the other lilac green stalk because that one is doing really well also. Look at this fennel. I have more calendula up here. So the calendula that I have on this green stalk is the Pacific Beauty or something like that. And then the other one I got from Botanical Interest, and it has like the apricot color or theme to them. But those are so pretty. All of them are really pretty, but those ones have been my favorite thus far. But like everything seems to be doing really well in the green stalks. And I really hope that they can survive. But I'm going to come out here and harvest. I'm hoping that I can get at least 3-4 more harvests off of these plants before they go to seed, because I know that they will. It has been hot out here lately. And I need to hurry up and get that shade cloth on these beds, because they are the ones that have my brassicas in them. So I need to go ahead and get the shade cloth up on those. But I wanted to show you guys the growth on my peas. So they are doing really well, and I know that they don't like heat either. Now I'm going to show you guys the seedlings, because they are doing really good. And I think I should show you guys the ones that I started last, which were my melons, cucumbers, zucchini. So here they are. I have them in the shade because they are the new babies, and I don't want the sun to be too harsh on them, but I am trying to get them a little bit used to being outside and how it feels out here. Now my watermelon has not sprouted yet, and this cantaloupe hasn't. The sugar cube mini cantaloupe has sprouted both seeds, and I know that melons and things like that do not like their roots disturbed, but I have never had an issue with separating them. And I also, if I don't feel comfortable separating them, I can just snip one of them at the base of the plant and leave one, so that is not an issue. But only one came up in here. And then the Hale's Best cantaloupe, those were the Ambrosia hybrid ones. These are the Rennick yellow watermelons. This is the Dixie Queen watermelons. And then the Tender Sweet orange watermelons here. These are all cantaloupe. So I have the Ambrosia hybrid, Sugar Cube, Honey Rock cantaloupe, Hale's Best cantaloupe. We love cantaloupe here. These are the Chelsea Prize English cucumbers. And then we have Sweet Armenian heirloom cucumbers. And I think I got these seeds from Renee's garden. I believe I did. And then the Spring Burpless, the lemon cucumbers, the Black Beauty zucchini, the scallop, what's this called? Scallop blend patty pan squash. So they have like the yellow and the white patty pan squash. They kind of look like a muffin to me, like the shape. And then the Waltham butternut squash, and both of those came up. Summer squash, the straight neck variety, teddy bear sunflowers, Dixie Queen watermelon that I started because I really wanted more of those. And then these Pareto sunflowers that I got for free. It was like a gift from purchasing something from a seller on Etsy, and they gave me these sunflowers for free. But they are doing really well. I got really good germination on these, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to go to the greenhouse on the patio and show you all the tomatoes and peppers, and I think eggplants as well. In here are my tomato plants. I started all of these with you guys. I have the orange ground cherries in here, red cherry tomato right there. They are getting pretty big. My peppers, this is a sun gold tomato, the diamond white bell pepper. I'm so excited about this one because I've never seen a white pepper before, or I've never grown a white pepper before. They all look really good. I did come out and top them maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and they are looking really good since I've done that. These ones were, I think they were too small, and I didn't want to top them just yet. And then down here, more tomatoes. So we have back there in the corner the Virginia sweet tomatoes. All of these in this row are those. And then the black crumb tomatoes, the Virginia select paste Roma tomatoes. The reason that I have so many paste tomatoes is because I really want to start canning and making my own like pasta sauce, like spaghetti sauces and things like that. So that is why I have so many of those. I want to make sure that I have enough, and in case I lose some, I have more. But I really don't know what I'm going to do with the extras. I wonder if I could just put up a little stand in front of the house and maybe sell them for $2 a plant or something. But I don't know. That's just a thought that I'm having right now, because I have so many tomatoes and peppers, and every year I do. But some of these daggone tomatoes and peppers have been having flowers on them already. Like, y'all, stop that. You're too little for it. You can't handle all that weight. But I have the chocolate cherry tomatoes back there. They are doing really good. And I found like some extra like pots that I had from when I purchased things before and just put them in. But I have the orange sun tomato, another diamond bell white pepper. And then I was complaining about not having any of the Pippin's golden honey peppers sprout up, but I am getting sprouts. I started more San Marzano tomatoes just because the ones that I had in my other greenhouse got ruined in the frost. That was the only night that I didn't put the hot water jugs inside of the greenhouse to keep everything warm overnight. And those tomatoes and some of my basil, I got up the next morning, came out here and checked, and they were black. They were gone. Some of them were like my best basil too. Here are my other tomatoes, and these are the yellow pear tomatoes, and look how big they've gotten. And then here I have a sun gold cherry and the black crims, and my basil is here. So these did survive the frost. And then here are my other basils and marigolds. And look at my roselle, y'all. Look at how tall this thing is. Like, what in the world? I just up-potted it the other day because it outgrew the other pot I had it in. But that thing is huge. Now it's bald at the bottom, but it has leaves and things at the top, and it's doing really good. Now into this other greenhouse. It may be a little bit dark on camera, but hopefully you guys can see. This is my lavender, my rosemary. My scarlet salvia is looking pretty sad. I think I'm gonna cut the pieces that look bad up there, and then just keep the ones that look super healthy. But my mullein is in the back. The Dusty Miller looks good. My chives and things are looking good still. Oregano. But I am slowly but surely getting some things out of the greenhouses. because I'm ready to have them all planted. I have a ton of brassicas left over and they still look pretty good. All of my seedlings are doing pretty good. And now I'm gonna go ahead and harvest a few things before it gets too hot out here for me. I want to see if my calendula is dry. They say not to harvest first thing in the morning, them too early, or while they still have dew or are a little bit moist will cause them to get mold on them. All right, y'all, so it's much later in the day. I have my harvest basket and my snips, and I thought I'd bring you guys along with me to harvest these things. We're gonna start over here at the house because we have quite a bit of lettuce. I'm not gonna pull these just yet because I want to see if I can get more harvest from these. Really healthy looking, but I do want to harvest them before they start to go to flower because they do taste kind of bitter if you let them go to flower and then you start harvesting. I did that last season and they didn't taste all that good when I did that. But I'm going to start up here. Oh, look at my chives. The flowers are starting to open up. Y'all, I sat here and harvested all this lettuce and thought I was recording and was not. But anyway, y'all, it's a good thing that I looked at this camera before I got done with this like tiered planter thing that I have, because I thought I was recording the entire time and I had harvested quite a bit of stuff off of here and didn't press play. So anyway, I'm at the bottom and I have to harvest some of the chives and some lettuce. So I'm actually recording this time. All right, so I'm at the bottom of this tiered thing. Look at how big this lettuce leaf is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. And I'm gonna show you what I harvested as well. But like I was saying when I wasn't recording, I thought I was, I tried to harvest these heavily just because it's been getting really warm here in Virginia. This is the harvest so far. So I got pretty good amount of lettuce off of this tier thing. And I'm going to harvest some of my chives. I'm not going to harvest the flowers because I really want to see these flowers open. I've never seen them open in person. I've only seen a picture or in video. So I'm not going to harvest back here, but I'm going to harvest some of these chives in the front. And if you hear any noises, it's probably my daughter, and my husband is also cutting grass. And one of my subscribers said that they like to make a chive oil or chive butters. So this is what I really want to try. So I'm gonna harvest these and see. Let's see how they taste, because she said they were delicious. And I'm just harvesting that so they'll just stand straight up and not hang like how they're hanging. I got a good amount right here. They smell so good, y'all. But yeah, I'm not cutting any of the flowers off. I'm just cutting the ones around it because I do want to see the flowers in bloom. But I'm still going to harvest some. And I've had these chives since last spring, I believe. I bought these at a nursery out in Williamsburg. Onto this beautiful black green stalk. I have more lettuce in here, so I'm going to be harvesting that. This bushy variety of lettuce, I'm not for certain the variety just because it was in a mixed package, but I have quite a bit to harvest from up here. Once the lettuce plants go to flower or seed or whatever you call it, I don't know what to put in here. I do have quite a bit of teddy bear sunflowers, and I think that they would be really pretty. The yellow would be really pretty against this black on the green stalk. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this lettuce. A little bit of this arugula. A little bit of this salad, this lettuce. My lilac green stalks have some really nice collard leaves, and I'm gonna go over there and get some of those. I have quite a bit of lacinato kale that I can get some of. So yeah. So I'm gonna grab some of this. Look at this lacinato kale, y'all. Looks so good. I'm gonna harvest some of those. And I do them the same as I do the lettuce. I get the ones from the bottom. These ones are small, So I'm gonna get these ones. I'm gonna take these two and leave the middle. So I think I might make a kale apple salad. I usually make it with like curly kale, but lacinato is what I have right now that's ready to be harvested. So I might try, I think I'm gonna try it with the lacinato kale. And I do like lacinato kale. I think it's pretty good. Yeah. So I got quite a bit off there. All right, got these. On to the next one. Got some scarlet kale. Look how pretty that is, y'all. I'm gonna harvest some more kale. Now this is kale that I would use in my kale apple salad. It tastes so good. Now look at this collard leaf. But I got a really good harvest of kale. Now we get to harvest this one. Look at that. And these are Georgia Southern collards. Huge. So look at those leaves. And I'm not going to mess with the cabbage leaves because I want them to do their thing anyway. So I don't want to really mess with them. Take some of these ones. All right, and I got these ones from at the bottom. Look at this Swiss chard. Looks so good. Okay. And I can definitely harvest more of my lacinato kale off of here. I got that off of one plant. This is my first time ever harvesting calendula, and I'm going to attempt to harvest it the right way. So I did research, and it said to harvest at the base of the bloom. So this is the one I'm going to get. And I purchased these seeds from Botanical Interest. They are the, I think this is called zeolites, pot marigold calendula seeds. So they look like this. Hopefully these are ready because I feel like all of them have been looking like this. But look how pretty. I need to harvest a few sprigs of rosemary, so I'm gonna do that too. Let's see. All right, I need to go get my little basket. Drop that in there. So over here I have more lettuce and things. I have some calendula over here as well, and chives. I'm gonna harvest some of the chives because they are hanging and I like for them to stand straight up. So we're gonna do that. And y'all won't be able to see in here because I have like little gates up because to keep the bunnies out, because they will be in here munching if I didn't. I love this red variety of lettuce. And this is red romaine. I'm in my kale bed. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest some of them out of here. because they are looking ready. And look at the dazzling blue dino kale. Now, usually my leaves are bigger than this. I haven't been too long transplanted these plants out here, so I'm not expecting them to be huge. So I just want to harvest some so that they can continue growing and getting bigger. All right, y'all, so I'm back with my harvest, and this is what I got. I have quite a bit of leafy greens in here. I have the chives, calendula, kale, collards, more kale over here. I have some rosemary sprigs in here, and a bunch of lettuce and a little bit of Swiss chard. I would say that this is a really good and successful harvest. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I post videos. Thank you for watching again. And until next time, bye guys.